Hello, my friends. I thought I would do a quick little video. It's gonna have a couple parts, but I thought I would give you sort of like a mini reading vlog. So like tell you what I'm reading, check in with you, and then what I think at the end. I've been watching people do other versions of this, you know, not just a video review, but the actual like check-ins along the way, and I thought it was kind of fun. So here's what I'm reading. It is Juliette Cross's A Rebel Without Claws. This is the first book in the Southern Charm series, which is a spin-off from her Stay a Spell series, which was about the Savoy sisters in New Orleans. 6 witches. They each have their own book with a romance. And this is the first in the next generation. So this is the daughter of one of the characters from the first series. Well, 2 of the characters from the first series. So Celine, the main character, is an aura witch and a therapist by trade. And she meets Ronan, who is a werewolf who's just moved to town from Texas, and he wants to be a like professional cage fighter. So very, very alpha male, but in like a really sweet way too. But anyway, so far I am like 100 pages in out of just over 300 pages, so I'm a third of the way. I ripped through that first section. I love these books. They're compulsively readable. And I really like the main characters. They both have sort of like an interesting backstory, things that have been hinted at but not fully explained yet. And it's got a good mental health focus. Both characters are dealing with mental health sort of issues, and I'm anxious to see how it works out. But yeah, so far I love this romance just as much as I loved the books in the first series, so that's really great. I hope there's a lot of books in this series because, like I said, I loved the first one. So I will check in with you guys again when I've read another chunk. All right, bye. Good morning, my friends. It is the next day, and I did indeed read another big chunk, about another 150 pages of A Rebel Without Claws. I have about 50 pages left. I had to stop because it was late enough that I was like, shit, I'm not gonna be okay for work in the morning. So even though I wanted to keep reading because it didn't feel like there was much left, I made myself stop. So I'll finish this up tonight. Again, I'm really enjoying the story. I like the chemistry between the characters. I like the emotional development that's happening for the 2 characters. In that aspect, it's really good. What I'm a little disappointed in, I hate saying that, but what I feel like is missing from this book is sort of a I don't even know how to put it. I feel like there's no stakes. You obviously know it's a romance. These 2 are going to end up together, and they are all in very early. Her family is huge. There's some concern that like he's not going to be able to take on her family, and that he's going to give up on the relationship. And it's also very evident from the beginning that that's not going to happen. So there's like no stakes there. There's just like not really an obstacle for them to overcome. The one thing that's come up is that, as I mentioned, he's a cage fighter and she doesn't like it. She tries, but she doesn't like it. And so I'm like, okay, either he's going to give up cage fighting for her, in which case I feel like that's a disservice to his character in a way, because that's like what his passion is, or she's going to learn to tolerate it, and that's also a disservice to her character because it makes her so uncomfortable. So I'm not 100% sure how that part's going to be navigated, and it is the only obstacle that I can really see so far, but it doesn't feel like enough, so to speak. So I am really enjoying this overall, very much. Like I said, I really enjoy the characters, the chemistry, but I just feel like there's not really a significant plot to this one. Maybe the last 50 pages will surprise me. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, guys, so I just finished A Rebel Without Claws, and I have to retract my previous statement. It does become high stakes, all within the last 50 pages. It kind of sucked that it took right until the end for it to feel high stakes, but I really liked the way that she did it. It felt good. It came sort of full circle with sort of the emotional things that were happening with the two main characters. And their love story was just really sweet. So, I don't know if I felt like this one was sort of as strong as some of the books from the original series, but I really still liked it. So it's like a really good 4-star read, maybe not a full 5-star, but still really good. I'm looking forward to the next one. Okay, that's it.